Good morning, it's Aline and it's time for an update of the East Garden. This is asparagus. I'm just thrilled that the asparagus came up so fast and all 10 of the crowns came up. Oh, that one's quite large actually. This year they were all just teeny tiny sprouts, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat them this year. They'll fern, they'll put on nutrients over the summer, die back, and next spring they'll be bigger. They probably still won't be edible until the year after, but we'll see. I'm okay with waiting because it'll mean a long relationship with my favorite vegetable. So that's the most exciting thing that's going on in this garden. So here is my cabbage bed. There's only one left. They've been delicious, but they've also been susceptible to cabbage moth caterpillars, and hence the wetting veil that I put over it. Seems to be working pretty good. The sun goes through, the rain goes through, but the bugs don't. So this is, anyway, I've still got one in the fridge, so haven't picked this one yet. But I will need to do that soon because I'm going to start planting again in July. This is a cauliflower. It's still doing quite well. No sign that it's flowering, but it probably won't until fall, and that's okay. The onions are doing really well. Again, also no idea if they're going to produce anything other than seeds since they came out of my pantry. The scarlet runner beans are massively fruitful in terms of flowers anyway. Actually, we picked half a dozen beans yesterday, and they were quite delicious. But that's another story. The bees love it. I have not seen honeybees, but I have a lot of beautiful bumblebees. And they just go from flower to flower and pollinate. So I should have plenty of beans. And I expect in a day or so we'll have a bunch more. So, see, well, there's one right there. So, the pea harvest has been outstanding. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of peas. Even, I mean, I planted, they're very densely planted here, but even so, they just don't get ripe enough, fast enough, all together. So we have to collect them for a few days before we have enough to cook. But we've been eating them. They've been good. Volunteer tomato, making flowers. So is the one over there on that side. These are radish seed flowers. So they're going to go to seed, but apparently the seed pods are edible and they taste like radishes. Actually, looks like there might be yep, these are seed pods. So I'm going to try it. Oh yeah, it's good. It's not as strong as radish, but it has an after kick. It's pretty good. So I'm growing these for their seed pods right now. We'll see. Just because, yeah, interesting. Okay, the artichokes are continuing to flourish. They were just like single seed leaves when I did the original video, and now they're starting to look like artichokes. Of the 5 borage seeds I planted, only one came up, but that's okay. The seeds were old, so that was, but they're good for pollinators, so I like that. So this is, I planted a third artichoke here that didn't come up, so I replanted some Cosmo seeds, and these will be big pink flowers and they'll be really pretty. And then just yesterday I planted garlic in this bed. It may seem like the wrong time, but this was an early garlic, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It came up on the other side when I planted it, but it's been a couple of weeks. I've been harvesting the kale, and I'm going to make a kale salad for dinner one night. The broccoli has just taken off, especially that one. That one is just huge. No flowering yet. I do think the fact that there's so much compost, because we composted in the keyhole before we even put in dirt for over a year. So there should be some pretty good soil under there and some nutrients, and I think they're certainly paying off. So whatever I said about them being not important was wrong, and I am going to keep feeding this bed now. Anyway, that's a quick survey of the East Garden update, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.